WFAA-TV, Channel 8. The spirit of Texas. This is the News 8 Updates.
Captured. Because I think they're going to have to do it all over again.
Davis Mountain residents are relieved tonight that the leader of the Republic of Texas remains behind bars. Their reaction to the end of the week-long standoff in West Texas. Good evening. A massive search continues in the mountains near Fort Davis tonight for those 2 Republic of Texas members who fled after 5 of their colleagues surrendered yesterday. Among them, the leader, Richard McLaren, who faces charges for burglary and engaging in organized criminal activity. Today, investigators began looking at what amounts to a bomb factory the group left behind. Channel 8's Robert Riggs has led our coverage the last week and joins us again live tonight from the Davis Mountains. Robert?
Brad, News 8 has learned that Richard McLaren, his wife, and some of his followers have been indicted for bank and mail fraud. Tomorrow, those federal criminal charges will be unsealed, and the security concerns surrounding the Republic of Texas will eventually move to a Dallas courtroom. Fort Davis rejoiced over the arrest of the Texas separatist. Some folks in this West Texas town wanted the standoff to end with deadly frontier justice. Richard McLaren, the self-styled ambassador of the Republic of Texas, terrorized people here for years with phony liens and finally guns.
I think that a lot of us wished for things to happen to Mr. McLaren that, as true Christians, we shouldn't have been wishing for. 300
law officers searched for 2 separatist fugitives. They fled on foot across the Davis Mountains on Saturday, chancing rattlers and mountain lions. Booby traps kept bloodhounds and mounted manhunters from the Texas prison system off their trail. Officers helplessly watched as 2 heavily armed men made a break for it before they arrested 4 fellow Republic of Texas members.
They have found tripwires all over within a quarter of a mile of where the embassy was. They think they have also identified some other possible booby traps.
The separatists planted 60 pipe bombs on the grounds of a trailer home shack they call the Republic's embassy. They built bunkers in the cliffs overlooking the site and lined the rugged road inside with camouflaged gasoline bombs.
They could be quickly drained, and burning gasoline could roll down this incline on anybody coming up the road or approaching the embassy.
Richard McLaren now shares a jail cell with his wife as part of his deal to give up. But not for long. He and Evelyn McLaren, a former Fort Worth postal worker, face federal bank and mail fraud charges for allegedly passing bogus Republic of Texas checks like this one that resembles an official state check.
That's a foreign bill of exchange. Normally what happens, we will issue a warrant to somebody to deposit in a bank account.
McLaren claims Texas is still an independent nation, and he, its chief diplomatic officer, immune from state and federal law.
We're a captive nation of war, just like Germany and Japan.
Friday, the legendary Texas Rangers tightened their noose around McLaren. His wife gave up on Saturday. She and McLaren's attorney warned time was running out.
She said, "Rick, the tanks are rolling. It is now." And he said, "The tanks are rolling. All right."
The Texas Rangers immediately ripped down McLaren's flag, replacing it with the Lone Star, the very state flag taken and trampled by 3 separatists when they wounded Joe Rowe with machine gun fire and took Rowe and his wife hostage, starting the standoff last week.
God bless the Republic of Texas.
The separatist swap for the Rowe's release remained defiant on his way back to jail. And one of the 4 who surrendered regretted he didn't die fighting.
They broke the word, they tore down the flag, they broke the agreement, they stomped on the flag, they broke their word.
His being out of the resort and in jail is certainly a relief.
Suzanne Parchman, recently widowed, complained to the Texas Attorney General about McLaren a year ago. She's among 150 people in effect held hostage by being shut out of their homes during the standoff. And they're angry that both the Attorney General and U.S. Marshal here didn't serve outstanding arrest warrants.
Living out here with Mr. McLaren, we realized that he was building in ability to cause some problems, real problems, not just lawsuits.
For a week, a satellite village of news media became the 2nd largest town in Jeff Davis County. Many of the county's 2,000 residents came to this rugged country to get away from it all. Now, they want to return to its peaceful, wide-open spaces. It's been a week here that people won't long forget. Army bomb disposal units spent most of the day trying to clear out those explosives. And people here are wondering how the separatists could sneak out when they were supposed to be surrounded, but Texas Rangers are relieved that they ended the standoff without having to fire a shot. Brad.
Okay, thank you very much, Robert, reporting again live tonight from West Texas. This week's standoff raises the question of what happens to the Republic of Texas movement now.
Is this the end of the Republic of Texas?
No, this is the beginning of it.
Members of another faction of the separatist group meeting in East Texas today echo the sentiments of jailed comrades out west. About 300 people attended a Republic of Texas meeting today in Kilgore. The members here denounced Richard McLaren's standoff with state authorities. Their goal now is to unite everyone who believes in their cause and help get their message out. Members admit the 6-day standoff damaged their credibility.
The whole world will only take us seriously when we take ourselves seriously, and in order to do that, we have to be unified. We have to present ourselves as a strong national government. That's what this is all about.
But Lowe says the standoff helped in a way by making their cause well known all over the country. In Dallas tomorrow, the U.S. Attorney has scheduled a news conference for what he calls a major announcement regarding the Republic of Texas. In Hood County today, people in the town of Granbury shared the grief of the mother whose daughter was killed and son beaten last week. Residents gathered in a memorial service for 11-year-old Sarah Patterson, who police say was abducted Wednesday and found murdered Friday. Channel 8's Shelley Kofler reports from Granbury.
The pain is still so fresh. The senselessness hurts so deeply.
On the athletic field where 11-year-old Sarah Patterson played ball, a community that had searched for her remembered her.
Because Sarah was in my room, I will be a better teacher. Her classmates and I loved her very much, and she will live in our hearts forever.
Traumatized classmates sobbed and surrounded Sarah's mother with embraces. They wore the number 11 on armbands, the number Sarah wore on her jersey.
Very, very hard on the kids. They don't understand. They feel like it was someone that she trusted. And it just teaches all of them a lesson that you never know who you can trust.
Sarah and her 9-year-old brother Cody disappeared from their home early Wednesday morning, prompting hundreds of citizens to join in a search. Cody was found alive, badly beaten. He helped lead authorities to a suspect, 31-year-old Bobby Wayne Woods, a former fiancé of the children's mother. Authorities say Woods described the isolated area where Sarah was found. Her throat had been slit.
While Granbury mourned for Sarah, the man arrested in her slaying remained in jail. County investigators say that he has not confessed to the killing, but he has written and signed a statement.
I don't think he's remorseful so much as he's in a denial stage still, and I think he would consider this an accident.
While investigators say Woods has shown little emotion, emotion flowed throughout the community. Citizens who never met Sarah raised money for her family with a car wash.
Anything we can do to help.
I cannot tell you how much is in my heart for all that everybody has done. Can't even begin to explain it. I don't intend to. But I do thank each and one of you.
The world outside Granbury may remember Sarah Patterson as the victim of a horrible crime. But for a moment at least, people who live here remembered her as a happy child who was loved. Shelley Kofler, Channel 8 News, Granbury.
Funeral services for Sarah Patterson are set for Tuesday. Authorities expect to charge Woods with capital murder tomorrow. Well, he's making history in Arlington. Next on News 8, the growing city's new leader.
Try to get the board members together, to come together as one for our children.
And change on the Dallas School Board. Will the differences bring a divided district together?
The classic DQ banana split.
On sale right now.
Just $1.29 at Dairy Queen.
Once found
Impossible to leave. Estee Lauder Pleasures. For Mother's Day, a filigree basket of spring color. Just $25 with any Estee Lauder fragrance purchase. This special offer is yours now at Foley's.
Violent hailstorms cause more damage than any other severe weather in Texas, and odds are you can expect more.
I'm News 8 meteorologist Kristine Kahanek. When it comes to severe weather in Texas, tornadoes get all the attention, but they shouldn't. Because in North Texas, hail is the #1 destructive force. Tomorrow at 10, I'll show you why our area is such a magnet for hail, and how you can protect yourself and your property from this weather disaster.
Watch a News 8 special assignment tomorrow at 10 on News 8.
The man who will be Arlington's first African-American mayor says his victory means the city can see past race. Elsie Odom received well wishes from fellow church members this morning. The 66-year-old retired postal inspector has served in the council the past 7 years. Last night, his closest competitor, fellow council member Paula Hightower, congratulated him on the narrow victory. Odom takes office on May 13th. One of the biggest surprises last night was the victory of Ron Price for the Dallas School Board. He upset longtime incumbent Kathleen Gilliam. Today, Price talked about his win and his strategy for helping move the board's racial politics forward. Channel 8's Doug Wilson reports.
Ron Price spent Sunday morning in celebration and prayer at Truly Missionary Baptist Church. Church has been a source of comfort and strength to Price through a tough campaign.
Because it's him alone who helped me get through this major battle to succeed for our children. And now it's time to put our children first.
Price won by the slimmest of margins, just 36 votes. This may be what put Price over the top. Months of school board disruptions, which Kathleen Gilliam often supported. Price promises to be a unifying force.
Our children cannot continuously see board members fighting and pointing fingers and using the race card and using the race game.
That's all right. Gilliam led much of the evening, but the mood soured as the final returns came in. She says mostly white businesses bought and paid for Price with $17,000 in campaign donations.
It just means to me that we will have to fight doubly hard to regain our community.
The people, African-American people, are the real losers, and the city of Dallas is the real loser ultimately. Because if we don't have excellent people running the school district, then we cannot anticipate any excellence.
Back in church, what's being said about Price seems to matter little. What counts now is how well he discharges his duties.
But now the people have spoken, and the baton has been passed to you.
Doug Wilson, Channel 8 News.
No complaints about the weekend weather, none whatsoever, and we're sliding right into the week with it.
That's right. It looks like for the most part Monday will be a pretty nice day, but there are some changes coming as early as tomorrow evening, and we have a better chance of rain late in the week. For the complete week ahead forecast, I'll have the details next. Don't go away.
Live captioning of News 8 is sponsored by Columbia Green Oaks, a center of excellence in chemical dependency treatment.
Story, a complete resource guide to building, buying, and maintaining your home, brings you a chapter on choosing a real estate agent. You should look for a full-time professional you can trust and who puts your individual needs above all else. Years of experience and knowledge of today's financing options. A successful record of marketing and promotion. Membership and involvement in the local board of realtors is also recommended. This chapter of Home Story is brought to you in part by RE/MAX Realtors.
Well, if I had money to tell you what to do, I'd go downtown, buy a Ford truck or two. I'm crazy about a Ford truck.
Right now, get $1,000 cash back on any new Ranger. Regular cabs, super cabs, even hot new flare sides. All with $1,000 cash back.
I'm gonna buy me a Ford truck and cruise it up and down the road.
Or for only $199 a month, drive a new Ranger with all this equipment. See your Texas Ford dealer today.
A Mother's Day gift from Helzberg Diamonds is the perfect recipe for success because every piece is backed by our I Am Loved Complete Satisfaction Guarantee. We guarantee if Mom doesn't love the gift, we'll gladly take it back. We guarantee if she loves it, we'll help her care for it for a lifetime. About the only thing Helzberg Diamonds doesn't guarantee is the kids won't give it away.
It's a bracelet! Helzberg Diamonds, Helzberg Value.
Well, if you had a lot of things planned this weekend outdoors, Mother Nature sure cooperated. Sunshine both days, and that will continue for the most part into Monday. We do have a little more moisture working its way in. We may see some low clouds toward morning for Monday, but right now it's clear at the airport, 69 degrees. Winds are southeast at 12 miles per hour. There hasn't been any precipitation since midnight, and the barometer right now is holding steady. As far as temperatures go, we hit a high today of 77 degrees. That's a little bit below normal. Our normal high for the state should be 80. And this morning, we started off nice and cool. 52 degrees for the low. Our normal low should be around 60. And we'll be closer to that tomorrow morning. And the reason why is we've got moisture working its way back out of the Gulf of Mexico. Let's show you the satellite picture. And we'll put the clouds in motion, and they're moving in from the west, mostly just high clouds. But at the surface, high pressure centered now over eastern Louisiana. The clockwise circulation around it's bringing the wind flow back out of the south, and that's going to mean more moisture in the way of low clouds, and possibly this dry line across West Texas may produce a few storms in our direction by tomorrow evening. But we'll worry about that tomorrow. It looks like a nice, quiet evening. Temperatures falling slowly. It's in the upper 60s and lower 70s across much of Texas. And you can see the clouds as they're moving in from the west. We do have a jet stream that continues to carry a lot of this high-level moisture in our direction. But looks like the more active weather will continue to stay across portions of the northeastern United States, and also some showers over the Dakotas. That's really not going to make its way into the central part of the nation at all, or Texas for that matter. We're going to wait until a cool front that's now developing across the Rockies sags to the south. It will stall across Oklahoma. It should not make it into Texas, but just its presence and this dry line out across West Texas may bring us an isolated shower or two by tomorrow afternoon. But then after that, the rest of the week's looking dry until Thursday. So what we're looking at the next 5 days is 58 degrees for a low tonight, increasing clouds. Tomorrow will be a windy day, and there may be a few isolated thunderstorms around, but not till late in the day. 82 for a high. Lows will be in the 60s Tuesday morning. Otherwise, partly sunny Tuesday. Windy again, 84 for a high. We'll stay in the 80s Wednesday and even Thursday. But by Thursday, we'll see a west coast system approaching, and that may bring us a better chance of thunderstorms. And then it looks like that's going to pull through, Brad, and on Friday we should start to clear out. So that means hopefully next weekend will be another nice one and dry.
And tomorrow night we'll see you at least on videotape.
That's right. A hail series begins airing tomorrow night at 10, and we'll take an in-depth look at hail in North Texas.
Hopefully that is the only hail we see this week.
Right.
Okay, thanks very much.
You're welcome.
Well, there's a celebration in your week ahead. A look at the calendar next. And tonight on Sports Special, Moose Johnston live.
If your customer has gained or lost weight, and we've altered the waist of his pants before, we'll re-alter them at no additional charge. I guarantee it.
To speak to the store nearest you, call 1-800-776-SUIT.
This Thursday morning on KSCS, you can win $25,000
if your birthday matches the one in this envelope.
It's a piece of cake. Just put your radio on KSCS.
That's 96.3 FM.
Listen Thursday morning at 7:20 for your chance to win $25 grand.
96.3 KSCS, today's country hits and all-time favorites.
Thursday morning at 7:20 on KSCS, you can win $25 grand.
And make your birthday wish come true.
Ooh, I love this job.
They call themselves the Green Thumb Club.
Well, we're all retired, and the Green Thumb Club is a good way to stay busy.
They're pretty serious about it, but they really have a good time.
Oh, it is a lot of fun, but it wouldn't be nearly as much fun without Charlie.
Most of them come in here once a week or so and pick up something.
Well, you know Walmart has a great selection of flowers and plants, and the Green Thumb Club just might be their biggest customer. Wouldn't you say that, Charlie?
Oh, yeah, that's a fact.
And Charlie's kind of cute, too.
Warning, the following may cause extreme excitement. This June, Texas Motor Speedway will light the night with the latest in Texas two-stepping. Friday night, hold on for a high-speed bumper-to-bumper boogie as the NASCAR Truck Series gets down in the Pronto Auto Parts 400. Then Saturday night, it's time for America's original nighttime IndyCar event, the True Value 500. Qualifying nights for both events will be brought to you by Budweiser. Don't miss any of the action. Call today.
In our look at the week ahead, Cinco de Mayo. The celebration started early tonight in Pikes Park in Dallas. The official holiday, of course, honoring the Mexican victory over French colonialism, is tomorrow. Also this week, President Clinton makes his first state trip to Mexico tomorrow, with later stops in Central America. The American Airlines Pilots Union announces the results tomorrow of voting on the proposed contract. Next Sunday, Mother's Day. Don't forget your mother. You'll get in trouble. That's the update tonight. Thanks for joining us. Dale Hansen and Sports Special are straight ahead. Have a good week. We'll see you next weekend.